Hello guys and welcome again to the channel. On today's video, we'll be looking at T-Imager by Techivation. This is a stereo imaging plugin, but there are so many ones in the market, but there's certain features that actually comes with this one which make me gravitate more to it, which is these features you see on the bottom here. But before then, let's quickly run through all the features you get with the plugin. First, you have the input, the output, and then you have the big wheel in the middle, which balances between the mid and the side. So if you go to the left, you go into the mid, and if you go to the right, you go into the side. Obviously, the more to the right, the more you widen the stereo image, and the more to the left, the more you collapse it, 0.5 being the middle. Features down here is actually what I like about this plugin more. As you can see, you've got a boost, which adds smiley curve to the mid frequencies, the same here, which adds it to the side frequencies. And then you've got option to solo the mid or solo the side. You've also got option to actually filter either the mid or filter the side. It's this filtering that actually make me like this plugin more, because this is forward thinking by Techivation. And from here, you can access your presets. You can see presets that come with the plugin. You can also save preset, load preset, or make one default. And this comes standard at ×4 oversampling. You can also increase it up to ×16. You can rescale the GUI and also show tooltips. And you also have option to learn more about the plugin, or if you want to contact the guys at Techivation, you hit the support. So let's quickly run down how I've actually used this plugin here to get a wide mix. But before then, let's have a quick listen to this beat. Then I'll show you guys the instances that I've used. So the first one I have on the kick. As you all know, in order to actually get a wide mix, certain things or certain elements need to be mono, because if everything is stereo and wide, then you will not feel the mix wide. So let's have a listen to the kick and you'll see the instance that I've used there. So as you can see, I've actually collapsed this, because even though there's not much stereo information on this kick, but it's still got a tiny bit of stereo information. So obviously, knowing that your kick needs to sit in the middle with the bass so that other elements can then be on the side to make the mix feel wide. I've collapsed this to a bit more of the mono side. Let's have a listen to it with and without. If you have listened to this on a speaker or good studio headphones, you will notice that once the T-Imager comes in, it actually tightens this. Instead of the kick being a bit too flabby with a little bit of ambient after the heat, it actually made it a bit more tighter without using any compressor, as you can see. Then the next one is on the bass. Let's have a listen to the bass as well, so you can see how I've also used a T-Imager to tighten it up as well, just like we did with the kick. So now let's listen to both together and I'll bypass them halfway. You immediately notice how this is more focused with those two instances of T-Imager, collapsing a bit of the sides. And another thing, if you look at it, you actually notice that I'm using also this filter. I've engaged this filter to filter some of the frequencies on the side information up to 100. So anything below 100 gets taken away so that that low end will focus more. I think we've done the same thing with the bass one up to 120. So this is the cool thing. Instead of using another EQ, this is actually built in here. So with one plugin, you can achieve what you want to achieve. So now let's have a listen to where I've actually used the t-imager to widen a sound. Let's have a listen to this flute. If you notice, even though I've widened the sides information, I've also filtered a bit of the mid frequency so that it's not affecting our low end for those kick and the bass. I filtered it up to 75. So let's have a listen to it with those kick and bass so you hear it more. Because in isolation, you feel like it's not doing much, but when you have it inside the mix, then you can see why thing was much suited. I've also used one instance on this pad. Let's have a listen to it. Because the pad was also sort of around the same frequency with this flute, I've actually collapsed it a bit more so that it sits more in the middle. If you notice, immediately I bypassed that t-imager, this pad actually started competing with that flute. Let's just solo both so you can hear it more. Which is why I said at the beginning that if everything is wide, then you will lose that sense of wideness, or should I say, sense of width in your mix. Certain things need to be collapsed to mono so that you could appreciate that width. You see, immediately we throw in that t-imager, now you can pinpoint that the pad is somewhere in the middle and the flute is sort of floating on the sides. So let's throw that into the mix. So another way I've actually used this is on the stereo image, which is the stereo output. See how much this will help clean, or should I say create that width more on the mix. One other thing that I also urge people to do when they are using stereo imaging on their stereo output is to always use a correlation meter to make sure that your mix is not being pushed out of phase. So let's have a listen and also have a look at this. I just thought let me exaggerate it so you can hear how out of phase sounds like. And also you can see what's happening to the correlation meter. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Go ahead and try out this plugin and let me know in the comment section what you think about it if you've already tried it. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.